Hi, I'm Dr. Stefana Pecher, the country doc, coming to you here from beautiful North Stonington, Connecticut. Anessa Haney has asked me to discuss the use of medical marijuana in medicine. We've been here for about 10 years now, servicing patients of both southeastern Connecticut and southwestern Rhode Island. I'm a family doctor, and I also have a wellness center located on the first floor of the same building. We have a chiropractor, an acupuncturist, a medical masseuse, and a holistic nurse, and we like to combine traditional medicine with a holistic roof. So Anessa has asked me some questions that she thinks the general public would be interested in. So I guess starting off the bat, how did I get into this? How did I first get introduced to medical marijuana as a therapy for patients? About 2 years ago, I had a patient that was extremely ill. She was in her 60s. She was diagnosed with lymphoma. She had fibromyalgia and a whole host of medical conditions. She was on about 18 medications and was on chronic narcotics for her pain. Now, in our practice here, we've never really believed in chronic narcotic use except for certain specific types of patients. We usually refer those kind of patients out to pain management. So opiates are not something that we have generally ever prescribed in this office. Nonetheless, this lady was on opiates and she was on a horse's dose that I declined to give her. So she went and sought out a prescription from another physician who gave her a large dose of opiates, and she accidentally overdosed and luckily for her was resuscitated at L&M by Dr. Duhigg, and she made it. Afterwards, she came back to me and apologized. I don't judge anyone. She was just trying to control her pain. But she asked me for a medical marijuana card. And at the time, I knew nothing about it. I'm a busy doctor. I have busy practice. I don't have a lot of time on my hands. And I said, I don't know anything about this, but I'll find out who prescribes it and you can go there for your card. So she went and saw a doctor in Rhode Island, got her card, and over the course of 2 years did so well. She came off of almost all of her medications. She was, I think, only on 3 meds. She actually went back to work and came off of disability. And every time I saw her in the office, she asked me, Dr. Pecher, you really need to look into this. It's not what you think. It's not a recreational drug. It's really helped me. I'm a functional human being again. So after 2 years of nagging, I finally listened. I closed my office early. I took my team of PAs and we went up to the Compassion Center, the Slater Compassion Center in Providence, Rhode Island. And we spent about 4 hours there learning about how medical marijuana actually helps patients. And to my great surprise, I realized that this is actually a science unto itself, and that a lot more needs to be learned. So we slowly began prescribing not the medication, but just the cards to patients with conditions that are applicable both in Connecticut and Rhode Island, because I'm licensed in both states. And being right here on the border, we have a mixture of 50-50 mix of Rhode Island residents and Connecticut residents. And what we started to see was this tremendous trend of patients not only on their own coming off of chronic narcotics that they'd been on, but also multiple other medications. It became such a strong force that we actually put together a poster that we presented at Harvard in April outlining 50 patients, just about 50 patients, and how most of them were able to reduce their medications down to just a couple. So there's something very worthwhile here and it needs to be looked into. It's not for everyone. Not everyone does well on this. And there's a lot of unknowns and it needs to be studied further. But it definitely has improved the lives of many.